All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. Let's see what's going on here. Hello, Claire. Hello, Kate. Beautiful Kate. Hello, beautiful Claire. The ladies are here. Thank you for coming to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked or Lewis Schaffer, whatever this show is called. Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. I weigh 75.9 kilograms. Oh, sorry. You probably can't hear me. Okay, how are you? Can you hear me? One, two, three. One, two, three. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Um, Good to see you. Kate Gwynn is here. Blair is here. The girls are here. Let's wait for everybody. Settle down, everybody. Why are you getting so upset? You just calm down. It's no big deal. Oh, it's me who's all upset. I'm the one who's all upset. I'm upset. I'm having one of those days. I'm having a horrible. One of the worst nights sleep I've ever had last night. In terms of waking up, screaming. Scott is here. Hello, Scott. Hello, beautiful Joe. My three favorite women, or three of my favorite women. I don't. You're my favorite women. You're not my favorite. You are my favorite women. I can't say you're my favorite women because I'm a bit of a slag. Anyway, I had a very bad night's sleep last night. I don't feel that tired right now. I've had a cup of coffee and I've had a cup of tea. I've had coffee and I've had tea. I was maybe I was upset about the election results. Were you upset about the election, producer? No. I predicted it, but I mean it's a bad sign. We need to combine and coalesce the right wing parties. This is what I think. I mean, they're gonna get enough people to vote because they'll abandon labor and labor will be. I said, how many years ago did I said labor is dead? I said labor is dead. The Tories are dead. How many votes did the Tories field a candidate yesterday? Producer. Did the Tories?
Yeah.
And what did they get over 10% of the vote?
No, like two.
Like 2% of the vote. They're dead. They're dead.
It's in South Manchester. They weren't going to get anything anyway.
Yeah, but they should be the replacement party, but they're not the replacement party. They should have been the Reform Party. And here you are again. Oh my God. Oh, you're talking to Claire. You're calling Claire a lovely angel. I was upset by the Green Loons, Lewis, but I'm sorry. It gave you a bad night's sleep. Yes. I mean, I think it's making people. I don't know if it's making you upset. I think the future is not bright. But when is the future ever bright? At least for me, the future is never bright for me. It's always potentially horrific. I think definitely a bad result, says Quaid. We need some serious right wingers to vote for, in my opinion. As you know, there are probably a lot of people here that would think that. I can't believe I'm even using those terms, having been brought up to think that that's a bad word to use, a right winger. When I was growing up, right wingers were in favor of the war in Vietnam. So that's better. And Scott says, yeah, yo, lovely. Everybody come in and say hello to everybody and say hello. I've got to do something about this thing here. I've got to do that. How about that? Can you see? I mean, every time I do a show, it's got to be something like this. Anyway, I weigh 75.9 kilograms. And that's really amazing. I thought I would be much heavier today. I like Rupert Lowe. Rupert Lowe said he's not vaccinated. I am not vaccinated. So but at some point, you've got to say, we have to win. We have to win. The thing about Donald Trump is he's the leader of that whole movement. They're not fighting over the leaders. Yeah, 75.9. That's the lowest I've been in a year, man. When did I hit 75 another time? I'm going to check to see if I've hit 75 another time. Oh, look who's here. Have you been here the entire time? You have no keys. Where are your keys?
The door was open. I have surgery on Monday.
Surgery
For what?
for your elbow.
What are they going to do?
Ay, ay, ay. My son has
Have you
surgery.
told Mum? Would you like to tell Mum?
No, because I told Mum about the thing, and now everyone knows I fucking have an elbow. Great.
Yeah.
I'm not telling Mum anything.
Well, she needs to know about the hospital. What hospital is it over there?
I've told someone else. I don't need to tell her.
Have you been here the entire time? Okay. Well, we didn't know. I asked your brother. He didn't know. He said you weren't here because your key wasn't up. Anyway, Reform failed to get out the 52% who never voted. Maybe when there's a genuine alternative to vote for, restore, the 52 will vote. Yes. How do you know it's the 52% who never voted, Selaire? That's really interesting. Reform or elitist. I never like them. Or the snake Nigel Farage. Claire does not like Nigel Farage. Okay. I mean, I don't think I like Nigel Farage. I don't know. I don't know who we can like. Turnout was 48%. That's not good enough. This is a life or death situation. What percent of the population are the core? The core, let's call them right-wing nationalist voters. Selaire. Is that the 50? Is that 52%? Among the Muslim population, it was around 100% turnout. Says Maltese Phil. Welcome, Maltese Phil. Yeah, maybe even higher than 100%. I mean, everybody, let's write a book right now. Write a book right now that tells people what's happening here. That there isn't real. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it. There isn't really anyone, Cakewen, who has the balls to tackle the issues that I care about. My views are not popular. Well, and a lot of Donald Trump's views were not popular. And then I don't know. We've been living in a globalist world. So for us to be globalist is normal, but for us to actually say, hey, wait a second, what's going on in this country and this world is not right, is hard for us to do, is hard. I think it might be easier when the Green Party is the only party, because that's, I mean, it might be happening in that way. But then again, there was a time you thought, okay, it's going to be the Reform Party, but it looks like the Reform Party, isn't always turn out big. The Muslims, they fight for what they want. I wish we did that. But most people I know can't be bothered with the vote. Yes, to vote at all. Yes. Yes. They've made themselves at home here, Claire. Interesting, yeah. Something about family voting, if that is what it's called. Yes, yeah, the family voting, where one family, where the man sends in ballots for the entire family. Is that legal? Like one mail-in, but he's got a stack full of ballots in his hand, and even the people who didn't want to vote, who couldn't say I don't want to vote. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, The problem with extreme right policies is that it means civil unrest on the streets. Many people will be unalived. What are you saying? If there's protests or demonstrations, people will be alive. People will be alive. Shrieky Bacon. It's very well said to Claire. What did Claire say? That they fight for what they want. I wish we fought for what we want. Yeah, that's the problem. If we fought for what we want, it wouldn't have happened in the first place. I'm betting the Muslim vote will be suspiciously unanimous, like a vote for Putin or something. Yeah, well, they also believe in that, but they also, when you give the votes to the guy in the kitchen, and he sends all the votes in for the family, it's not going to be a democratic vote. Lewis, maybe telling the whole family who to vote for, that kind of thing. Yes, exactly. That's what's being done there. I don't think British people believe in that. They don't believe in that. Well, that's why the constituency was reformed 440th most likely to win constituency, says Alex. Well, it's I've been told, producer, that constituency up there was the 440th most likely to win constituency. For reform.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Yeah, so you can't get upset. We can't get rid of people just because of color. No, our fight should not be about, it's not about color. Of course it isn't about color. It's about, I don't see it. It's about color. And it should be against Islam. Yeah, but people like to believe that, that the Islamic people are similar to other ethnic groups that have come into the country, causing no problem. What time is your surgery?
I'm not telling you.
Yes, you are. You are. I'm going to have to go pick you up.
Oh, I've already got someone else to pick me up.
Who's going to pick you up?
Jago's picking me up.
And is he going to bring you back here?
Maybe. Maybe get someone else. I don't want you or Mum. Anyone.
I am not a worrier. I'm the best person to have there.
Why not? Because I already got Jago to come.
You need a couple of people there to wait to find out what's going
To
on.
make sure the NHS don't kill you.
To make sure they don't kill you because who your father
If they kill
is.
me, they shut me up.
What?
Yeah, you shut up, Dad. You're such an idiot.
Thank you very much. That's my son. That's my son. What kind of surgery? Find out what surgery they're doing. The MPU1 dressed in a Muslim way with her blonde hair and blue eyes. I laughed myself silly. How naive of her. She's 34 years old, I think. Maybe 33. She was an attractive woman, but, no kids, which means heading towards insanity. Sorry. The family thing was about husbands escorting illiterate wives to the polling box. Each vote is supposed to be in private, not accompanied by whoever. Exactly right. I think if you can't speak English, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. It means you haven't made a commitment to the country, at least. That's what Selaire says. Okay, interesting. What I thought. What I thought. Yeah, so it's not even mail-in ballots. It's being escorted to the voting booth by the man. By the man. Indeed, I don't know what the planet these people are on. Well, they're in our planet. No kids and nothing to invest in the future, Streaky Bacon. Typical nihilistic lefty. Yeah. Some people without, I don't want to say because we got lots of people here without kids. That could have been me without kids. If you can, no Melton Mowbray pie. But I did like the pucker pie. If you can get it cheap.
We'll see.
Okay. There is a big difference between Muslim and other immigrants. Yeah, there are, but it's bad form to say that there is. It's bad form. It's all a circus, I see you. Well, hello, I see you. Hello, beautiful, beautiful. I see you. Is here. Matt Goodwin was a great candidate, though. Hope he gets another chance. Okay, well, did he do well at 27%? Excuse me, heading towards insanity is my job. Where are you going? I'm heading towards insanity. That's actually funny or humorous. I don't know. It's not necessarily funny. That Weasel Goodwin got what deformed deserved. Oh, so one person says that Goodwin was a good candidate. The other one says he's not. Religion should never be a decider in any democracy. Why not? Isn't religion an important consideration in the lives of people? I mean, basically, people have sold out the religion of this country. Haven't you? It's been sold out. It's been sold out. The socialists, Maltese film, need to look at history. After the Iranian Revolution, which the socialists supported, they were all executed. Yes. Yes. So, yes. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there's only one religion in Islam, the main religion. The socialists need to. Okay, so that's an interesting point, Maltese film. No, religion is man-made. Yeah, it is man-made, but so is socialism. It's man-made. So is nationalism man-made. I see you. Isn't it all man-made? Reform couldn't win in that seat. Just not enough white people in there, says Alex. It's like the Greens trying to win in Essex or Kent. Good point. Well, it's like what Maltese Phil pointed out. Or did you say this, Alex? It's the 440th most likely seat to win. Socialists are useful idiots. I mean, they're useful for a while, yeah, and then they just say, you know what? You don't believe what we believe. And what we believe is stronger. We have families behind us. We have more kids behind us. We have the belief in God, whether God is real or not, behind us. Agreed, but Denton showed us that sectarian voting will now take place. Welcome to the Northern Ireland troubles of the 1970s. Yes. Yeah, yes, I said that. It's not about black or white. It's not even, and it is to a lesser degree about socialism versus nationalism or independence or whatever you want to call what's not socialism. It's about religion. And they're letting in religious people every single day. Every single day. That horrible, horrible Keir Starmer. I don't like Goodwin either, says Claire. A lot of them in Reform are just a load of former Tories. So see-through. You can see through them. This is what Claire says. Interesting point. Eugenics is here. Generally speaking, I find that if you don't have kids, you have no investment in the future. Well, you have an investment in the future, but it's not that long of a future. I mean, I've been told this by people. They go, if this thing keeps up, I'm gonna self-delete. This is what I've been told. And I go, no, we got a future, but maybe people don't have a future. That's why we've got to have a future. Not having kids doesn't mean you have no investment in the future. I resent that comment. There are people who have an investment in the future, but a lot of them don't. Kate, a lot of them don't. We want to see our family and friends continue into the future. A lot of people do, but a lot of people don't. I got into trouble for saying that. We're already there, and good evening. We are into a religious divide here between the Muslims who have a religion and the rest of us who don't have a religion. And then we ourselves are divided two ways, globalists and nationalists. So it's like there's Muslims, and then on this side is globalists and nationalists, and we are divided between the globalists and the nationalists. So there you go. So that's I the socialists need to look at history after the Iranian, right? They were all executed. What happened? I just moved the thing up a lot. Sorry if I don't. I felt sorry for Nick Buckley, MBE. He's a good guy, but he keeps teaming up with whomever the wind is blowing. Reform, advance, poor initial judgment. Nick Buckley. I don't even know who he is. Reform or conservative, says Streaky Bacon. Kate Gwynn says, do you think that people without kids care about the future of humanity? You're asking you, Janice. What do you say about that, you? What's the answer to that question? To people without kids? Yeah. Do they care about the future of humanity? What does humanity mean? I don't care about humanity. I don't care about Muslims, whatever, as a group. Individually, they're nice people, but I don't care. I care about this country and these people. Where we're going, we don't need sanity, says Alan. Left or right, is over. Nationalists versus internationalists versus Islamicists. Streaky Bacon. That's what I say. Do you say that? You say it's nationalists versus internationalists. It seems that way, but in the end, it's the Islamicists who are the real people. I'm not gonna say what the word I'm thinking begins with a P and an R and an O. I felt sorry for Nick Buckley. Okay, says Salaire. I gotta find out more about that guy. How come it's always ginger fat white guys that convert to Islam? Because they have a very high carb diet and they get fat. They get fat under Islam, and maybe the women. There are women there. If you marry an Islamic woman, your kids are going to be Islamic, and you have to convert, I guess. That's why Keith Bexley, that's why we need to put Jesus above all else. People already deny themselves and sacrifice for their loved ones. If we don't put Jesus above everything, we will lose the things we love. Yes. So you, Janice, did answer the question. Do you think people without kids, Kate Gwynn is asking, care about the future of humanity? And he says no. I guess you're saying no, they don't care. They don't care. Yeah, that's interesting. I totally got that alluded reference, Alan. I don't know. It's an interesting question. God is not a religion. Well, the reason why it's those people who are converting is because there are very few. When I came to this country, there were very few dark-haired people in this country who looked like me or my producer kid. Now there's millions of them because the country's been taken over. It's all smoke and mirrors, Claire says, for the not-so-intelligent. Reform is a fake party. Farage has already said he's not deporting because he thinks he's going to get the Muslims to vote for him. Maybe that's important to get. If he gets 5% of the Muslims, maybe that's enough to make him win. Having children in this country has left me. I hate this stream. I can't work it out. It's on both sides. You, Janet, says you have to breed. The future of humanity depends on it. But, a lot of those decisions have been made already about breeding. Nick Buckley got less votes than Sir Oink-a-Lot. Remember that Advance UK conference, Lewis, you attended. Well, Nick Buckley was the Advance candidate. Oh, my God. I was really unimpressed with him. That's who it was. Okay, I know who he is. Yes, I saw him. And I said, I'm really unimpressed with this guy. Really unimpressed. Yeah. The mafia had a religion. We could play this game forever. I don't want a religion. I don't want a religion either. But if those guys have a religion and our team sometimes you got to join with the team that has the most weapons. All of Europe is under threat. America, Canada, Australia also, says Streaky Big. It's under threat. It's under threat. And maybe this election is a good thing because it's told people that the country's under threat. Do you think that that's possible? I apparently had no opinion and was ignored by people with children as I didn't have any. That was until I was 40. They were so superior. You know what? I've got 2 children, and I'm not the kind of guy who would have children. It's a miracle that I would have children. That I would have children. I've got 2. I almost just had 1. I was so stupid. So, yes, the mafia and the Vatican with the CIA. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. There's no superiority, Kate. There's no superiority. It's not like, oh, we are better than you. Nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks that. But so no, I don't even know how to explain it. Who can explain it's not a superiority? You've seen me for 255 days. Do I act superior to you? Yes, I do. Maybe I do. It isn't superiority. It's the fact that we have lived in a no children society with abortion, birth control, women working, divorce, no love. So people haven't had kids. And now we wake up and you think, wow, I wish I had kids. Kind of. Or do I sound horrible? You can hate me. I'm afraid Judels is going to come in and she's going to be like really mad at me. I think that's what it's going to be. Team World. I doubt I will have kids. I will help my family in other ways. Yeah. I mean, it's a tragedy, really. Am I supposed to? Because I've thought about this a lot. Because there are people on our team who do not have children. I'm not saying you're bad people, but we've been sold by the globalists. We've been told not to have kids. That work is more important than kids. That family isn't as important as kids. And and then they wake up. I've seen it close because I've seen women who want to have kids late in life and they're in a state of panic. Under threat from the right-wing boogeyman. So they vote in the far left. They vote in far left for, who's under threat, Seller? There will be many people joining churches in the future. Just be choosy which church. Now lefty, LGBT supporting. That's another thing that has stopped people from having children. Also, internet and porn, which I've been a user of. Homosexuality has stopped people from having kids. Perfectionism for women is you go, girl, you deserve the best. Has stopped, and men too. There's a reason Lewis stopped after Carnegie. Why? Carnegie's a lovely child, but it was really hell. It was quite a hellish thing. Why you, Janice? Why did I stop after Carnegie? I stopped after Carnegie because I was exhausted looking after the kids. I was being belittled and marginalized and unloved, and maybe I wasn't loving, and maybe I was marginalizing Lewis. There are many people, as Kate and I have just said, who have this "I've got kids" attitude. Maybe in workplace. Yes, they do have that attitude. They do have that attitude. Yeah, because maybe because they figured out that they were lied to about how bad kids were. Maybe that's what it is. We were lied to. I didn't think having kids was that important. So I don't go around going, "Oh my God, look at how great I am. I've got kids." But with women, and you have to understand women. Women need. I've said this before, and people have hated me. My God, why do I talk like this? When, yeah, having kids is very important. It's important to men and women, but it's really important. I miss Judels was here last night. Lewis, yes, there is for some people. I have experienced this for many, many years. Yes, a lot of women have that belief system. Yes, they do. They have that belief system. And I think, I mean, what do they want to have kids. And when they have, and it's not easy to have kids. It's not easy to get a man to fight against, and whatever, to fight against the state to have kids. So they're happy about it. Okay, thank you, Kate. I mean, I think, I mean, what I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. I'll say what I'm thinking, and then I'll apologize afterwards. I'll tell you what I apologize is that I personally, and I feel most people, this country has been lied to about having children, that it's so bad, that it's so bad. But at the end of the day, at the end of my life, I'm 68 years old, is I think I'm glad I have 2 kids, and I wish I had more kids. And am I angry at being lied to because the globalists, the abortionists, the divorce mongers, the gay world, the people who just believe in having fun have promoted this idea of not having children? I'm angry at those people. I'm angry at that. They want us to die. To die. They can say, you know what? You're not gonna have a big house, but you'll have fun. You're not gonna have your days free, but you'll be able to fuck around at night and get drunk with your friends. And that's made me angry. That's made me angry. The problems are now very large and complex, now hard to parse and tackle. Yes, yes, they're hard to parse. I say to women, have kids, but it's too late for so many women. But I see kids today who are 20 years old who don't want to have kids, or 30, and they don't want to have kids. And then you see people who are 40 and they say, I want to have kids. It's like some of us here. There is, yeah. But that's something to do. A lot of women are like that too, also. But it's not just women with a sense of superiority. Who brought up your kids, Lewis? Lewis Schaffer did. Lewis Schaffer spent the first 5 years of his life, and then the next 5 years there. Yeah. The mother of my kids didn't bring up my kids. She was a boss babe worker. Lewis Schaffer stayed home. I stopped comedy. Is that the question you're asking? Claire is here. Follow the money. Yeah, they want women working because they want you to be a slave to their business enterprise. They want you working. They want you out drinking. They want you out buying stuff. They want you working in their factories to add tax revenue. Is that the answer? Is that the proper answer to the question? Team Lewis. I mean, I looked after these kids. That's what. Okay, not completely. The mother stopped me from seeing them, basically. I mean, I saw them occasionally, but they couldn't spend time with me here. You Janice says something. They went to court in Sweden for the right to have IVF at 70 years old. Is that true? Do you follow Carl Vernon? He proper takes a piss out of it. It's all entertaining. What did I say? I read that a 70-year-old couple are fighting to have kids, Janice. Yeah. I want to be adopted by Lewis. Thank you very much. Oh my God. For once, I have no words, Janice. Yes, it's horrible. It's a horrible situation. And who also benefits all this? I've been through IVF, whatever, as a man can. Really, really, really bad stuff. I've not seen Carl Vernon for a while. Isn't he that doctor, mind doctor? Who is Carl Vernon? If I've missed, I think I've missed a lot of the comments. Let me just go up to the comments. The Bishop of Taunton, Vatanai, is here. Is a woman. I saw a photo of her and people at her consecration. It was a gallery of woke liberal. I don't object to women in the church, but some are so woke. Yeah, they are woke, and the other ones, yeah, they're woke. They're woke. I mean, I'm 52, Maltesville, and I don't want any more kids. My son is 19. My parents were grandparents in their 30s, thanks to my brother. Okay, you don't want more, but we need, you're 52. I can see that. I can see that. North is here also. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want any more kids, and it's only recently that I now regret it. I regret it. I see how, I mean, these kids are not super easy, but they're still good to have around. Nonstick Nick is here. Woke Bristol Cathedral hosted a Ramadan event the other day. Yeah, insane. Makes your brain, they go like this, makes your brain explode. They hate us. They hate us. They hate, yes, he was on the money who was on the money? Carl Vernon? Who is Carl Vernon? What did you say? You're not chopped liver. What did you say, Claire, without an I? I'm the I in Claire. Ha ha ha, I'm diseased liver. Oh, that's funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. Kissource. Okay. Thinking earlier of that tattoo shop in Bristol that got closed down by the police. Despite common law. Yeah. Yeah. What are they allowed to be a tattoo people? Yeah, it's like, I think are Islamicists allowed to have tattoos? Chairman of Reform, Dr. David B.S., pretty much disowned Matt Goodwin after his loss, falling to bits, says Salaire. Maybe we deserve green. Let it all burn. The green will lead to the burning. It's not going to be the green burning the place down. They're too incompetent, I think. It'll be the Islamicists who will say we can't have pork pies. It is funny. It's not funny, but we can laugh at our problems. We can laugh at our problem. Pucka pie. Also, why aren't we speaking different languages today? Like why aren't we speaking? Because they fixed it. It wasn't my fault, Keith. It was not my fault, and I accept your apology. Tattoo shop in Bristol was shut because of lockdowns, and first of all, tattoos are not healthy. Anyway, the pork pie black market. Yeah, there will be. Do you want some pig? My life went to shit after questioning what teenagers were doing 18 months before the pandemic, carrying body bags of bricks around the area. Why were they carrying body bags around the bricks, Claire, without an I? The Church of England have decimated their flock and lost all the churches to new arrivals. They kind of dropped the ball there. Well, because they became a globalist thing and they thought the future is in globalism. It's suicidal empathy. I was watching a YouTube video years ago, says Streaky Bacon, about a rabbi saying Islam is the broom of the Jews. Why is it the broom of the Jews? I mean, who is Islam brooming? The Jews, or are the Jews using the broom? The Church of England, says North, is just a company that provides jobs for the middle class. Yeah, possibly that's true. That is true. It's like the National Trust. I got a tattoo in Bristol on my 18th birthday. I was very drunk at the time. Wouldn't be allowed these days. Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed. It's permanent. It's permanent. I saw a thing about that. Where is this going? Whenever you think of a tattoo shop, they have a right to ply their trade without an overbearing state closing them down over a globalist plot. You know what? Like New York City had banned tattoo parlors. There was no tattoo parlors in New York until I don't know how many years ago, 20 years ago or whatever. Whenever you think of a tattoo, okay, they have a right, says Ron Smith. I don't mind Islam, but Christmas in July, that can do me. Yeah, well, when you start having Ramadan all year round, whatever it is. Churches burning in Canada, elsewhere barely raising an eyebrow. If you raise an eyebrow about it, you'll be the one arrested, says Keith More Than Conquers. Yeah, it's very scary, the whole thing. It's really, really, really scary. I got a Celtic band tattoo. I gave my wife a Celtic wedding ring. It's the broom of Jews to sweep away Christians, Lewis. Even last month's WEF, a rabbi and a man together complaining about old Europeans. Okay, thank you very much, Streaky Bacon. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. First of all, Jews, the Christians hated the Jews. They tried to kill the Jews. The Muslims tried to kill the Jews. The Jews, I never, ever, ever once, ever, and I lived in an entirely Jewish community, all different kinds of Jews, never spoke about that. So that's a blood libel. It's a lie. It's a lie. So there you go. I'm not saying you're lying, but that is not true. I'm going to set up the paperwork, Joe. We should ask Lewis about this, I think. He won't refuse. We'll never, ever refuse our Claire. What kind of paperwork? For me to marry Claire? It is not bullshit at all, Lewis. Well, where have you heard this? Where have you seen this to be true? Just because, remember, Jews are an incredibly complicated group of people. They can do really stupid things, and some of them can be really stupid. And some of them, maybe they're doing the right thing. Some of them would rather be a slave than fight and die. So it's not true. I love your commitments, Claire. Are we getting married, Joe and Claire and whatever, and Kate? There have been over 10,000 recorded attacks on churches here in the UK. One guess who's been responsible for them all. Well, it's not the Jews. It's definitely not the Jews. So there you go. And a lot of them have been done by Christians with bad feelings for other, or born Christian, or were raised somewhat Christian. It is not a blood libel. It's saying we want to kill Christians. That's, I think, a blood libel. Marianne is here. Lewis, do you still have your name on the light box? Yeah, it's over here. It's over here. Wait, here it is. Here it is over here. Yeah, go to the thing, like and subscribe. I love how Jews are always talked about as one big group. Yeah, it's like insane. And even if we are one big group, we're only 15 effing million of us. Okay, that's a good point, North. It's not true. Just for your own, I mean, here is the thing. Maybe it is true. It's not true. Some of the church vandalism would also be theft, especially lead from the roof. Yes, people who steal from a church should be put to death. Whatever. I'm a Lewis loyalist through and through. Thank you, Claire. I mean, yeah, it just makes people think, oh my God, the Jews are so powerful that we're doing all of this stuff. That's what it sounds like. Streaky bacon. It's not true. 15 million Jews. And some of them are Zach Polanski's. Most of them, half of them, are Zach Polanski's. And Alan wants to marry Claire. All right, so there you go. She got a list of people. Claire, say you're married, Claire. Let people know you're married. Okay. Say you're not married. What is your opinion on Zionists, Lewis? Are you one? I'm anything that will keep the Jews alive and not be killed. I haven't always been a Zionist, but I don't believe you put all the Jews in one spot. Makes it easy for them to kill us. You know, I support Israel. And you should support Israel too. If you're a nationalist, Israel is nationalism, and they're fighting on our side. So I do support that. I'd rather fight and die, Andrew Rubin. I'm with you. I'm not with you, but I would like to have that. I mean, yeah. I'd like the right-wing Jews in Israel, but the lefty ones are part of the problem. That's exactly true. There are left-wing Jews in Israel who are losers, who think that they just be nice to people, but I don't think they do. I don't think there is such a thing as a left-wing Jew anymore. I don't think you can be nice to a Palestinian. Did you hear someone beat the Rothschilds in a court? First of all, the Rothschilds there are thousands of Rothschilds. What is the effing Rothschilds? You know what I mean? It's like the Rockefellers. The Rockefellers, the children of the children of the children, they wanted their estate sold so they could have the money rather than have it kept as a unified thing. And I think they all walked out with like 800,000, some ridiculously low amount of money. Lewis, we know you're powerful, but only because you're Jewish. Yes, maybe. Yes, there's a lot of my power comes from being Jewish. Not maybe genetically. Maybe I'm smarter than other people because I'm Jewish. Or maybe I grew up in a place where people had really high aspirations for things. Claire, thank you for my birthday. Laugh out loud. Kids get mama a light box. Who is Keith Bexley says Matthew Stadlin, an absolute melt. Okay. Everyone loves Claire. Alan, this is going to be okay. I don't think Lewis can be unbiased when there is the criticism of other Jews. Many captains of globalist industries are Jews. Yes, and many effing communists. I mean, Jews invented communism too. You know what I mean? So whatever it is, I don't know what you're talking about, really. You know? Yeah, am I biased? I am biased on this. But I think you've seen a lot of honesty from me as a human. Vatanai. Yeah, captains of globalist industries, because Jews try to think big. So Jews are captains of globalism, and they're also captains of communism, and captains of whatever, and captains of nationalism too. Israel is the ultimate ethno-nationalist state. If it's okay for Israel, it's okay for me. Yes, it is. It's an ethno-nationalist state. And the problem is the Muslims are not nationalists. Okay? And they're not ethno. They're a religious state. So that's where the war is. You want to, happy birthday to Claire, which is coming up, I guess, on Monday. Claire with an I, happy birthday. You can't fly with only a left or a right wing. It's a false dichotomy, or some other big word. Yeah, I mean you can, but you got to say, well, which side am I on right now? Christians generally are not trying to kill the Jews in the last 50 years. They were before. No left-wing Jews? Laugh out loud. I didn't say that. Who the fuck did I? Did I just say no? I said the Jews are the leading globalists, which is what left-wing is. Yes, they invented effing communism. Karl Marx, etc. Lenin was a Jew. Trotsky was a Jew. So it's not just that. I didn't say that. I'm not going to get mad just because you misread what I said. But let's go back a second. Hold on a second. Let's go back. Let's go back. I did not say that, Streaky Bacon. I want an apology right now because I did not say that at all. I said Jews are dominant people in the world. They will be huge mega bankers. They will be huge mega criminals. They will be huge industrialists. They will be saints. They will be communists, huge communists. They will be Zionists. They will be anti-Zionists. Okay, so that's what I say. The biggest journalists in the world have been Jews. Biggest authors have been Jews. So that's what I say. I'd like an apology, Streaky Bacon. No apology. Rewind back further. Well, what did I say back further? What did I say? Some of the captains of industry, like bankers, or the head of Pfizer, nice chaps. What are you saying? Hold on a second. I don't know. I don't see what you wrote. I don't see what you wrote. I don't think Lewis can be unbiased. Yes, many captains of globalist industries are Jews. And I said that Jews are everywhere. Lucy Van Pelt is here. Lenin was not a Jew. Okay, you're probably right, Lucy. You're probably right, but oh, look, what did you buy? Did I say don't get that from me?
That's the only thing they have.
That was the only thing that they
How
had.
many do you want now?
How many are you going to have? Did you want to have two? You said, Lewis, there are no left-wing Jews around now. I didn't say that. Fucking Zach Polanski is a left-wing Jew, possibly. You know, Charles Schumer in New York is a left-wing Jew. I didn't say that. I want you to just say, okay, I misheard you. All right. And I'll go, okay, no problem. On a wall in Whitechapel, thank you, producer. When Jack the Ripper was written on the wall, it said Jews get blamed for everything. Something like that, check it out. Yeah, we do get blamed for everything. And Jews do cause a lot of problems, but we also cause a lot of good, if you believe in it. You know, the guy who, the Sabin, Jonas Salk was a Jew. Sabin was a Jew, the guy who came up with the vaccines, which I don't believe in. He was trying to help the world. Look, my son brought me which we're not going to be able to eat. It said Jews are the men who will not be blamed for nothing. I think I understand what that means. By the way, the Zionists are right-wing in Israel, though very few are true Jews. That's not true. What does it mean to be a true Jew? Am I a true Jew? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. I shouldn't eat on the thing here. Keith Bexley says he's not the hero we asked for, but he's the hero we need. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe Starmer is that guy. I know they are right-wing. Okay. I like those Jews north, but the lefty Jews in the U.S. and here I can't stand. Yeah, and neither can I. You can come here for your Jewish, because it's the most important thing. So Streaky Bacon's not going to say I was wrong. Okay, am I eating carbs? I mean, there's a little bit of carbs on this. I take the wrapping, I take the cover off of it. I take the cover off of it. I'm wearing a new shirt. I found a jumper, a thing last night. I saw a list of prominent positions in the U.S. held by people who had joint nationality. U.S. and Israeli. Then it begs the question, to whom are they more loyal? Exactly. The fact is, people need Jews. If you kick the Jews out, you've got shitty countries like Algeria, like Libya, like Morocco, like Egypt. Nothing personal against those people. Yes, you can, Joe. Let's see. You're wearing a clown nose, dude. Let's be nice to people. There are lots of Jews I admire, so it ain't a race thing. No, it's not a race thing. It doesn't have to necessarily be but yeah, it is a race thing. People are saying the Jews are the cause of the world's problems. That's what you're saying. That is what you're saying. I mean, I weigh 79. My goal was to get down to 75.9. That was my goal. Whether I'll stay in this thing a little bit. It will be dark. We're allowed to eat in a half an hour. On another time, okay. Yeah, Jews have been kicked out of a lot of countries. Yeah. We've been massacred everywhere. Twice in this country. Twice in this country. What does that mean? Is that empirical proof? Yes, I'm saying that, Lewis. Not all the problems, but a hell of a lot. Yeah, a lot of problems are caused by Jews, but a lot of the solutions are caused by Jews. A lot of the best doctors in the world are Jews. A lot of the best scientists. Not that I believe in doctors or scientists. I mean, Freud. I mean, you could go on and list, incredible Jews. There's Kate Gwynn. Let's be nice to each other just for today. Yeah, let's be nice. Let's be nice to me. I mean, I don't care. You can tell me, you can say whatever you want to say. But here's what I say to you. Anti-Semitism, if you think that Jews are the cause of the world's problems, you're not going to win by saying that. Or, I mean, you can't say don't think it, but you'll come across as a loser, not in my eyes, but in the world's eyes. Anti-Semites come across as losers because the top historians, the writers of books, the readers of books, the makers of films, a lot of them are Jews. There are lots of failed Jews. There are lots of broke Jews. What do you call a broke Jew? Lewis Schaffer. There are lots, but yeah. Worst example is Freud. I think Freud was evil, but I don't think he did it because he was a Jew. Christians weren't the favorites of the Romans. Throwing them to the lions, the arena, gladiator fodder, the firstborn killed because Jesus was born, all tough at that time. It's tough. It's tough. The Jews will survive. You could come and you could kill me. You could kill all the Jews that you know. We will survive. And you want to live you want to live where there's Muslims, or a country that has like 1 or 2% Jews, or even less. Okay, I've been sent a video. Good to see you. Let's see what I've been sent. I'm going to put my earphones on. Do you mind if I put the earphones on? Can we all like and subscribe to this thing? I think we've had, this has been a very tenacious discussion because I'm defending the Jews. Okay, what did I mean by that? Okay, I've been caught saying there is no such thing as a left-wing Jew. Okay, what I said there was, okay, let me explain what that was. Thank you very much. Kermit sent that to me, so a round of applause for Kermit. What I said was, there's no such thing. This is what I said. Maybe you can listen to this. What I was talking about was, are there any left-wing people in Israel anymore? In the same kind of way that there's a left-wing person, a left-wing Jew in England. Let's be nice to the Palestinians. Let's stop killing the Palestinians. We are, there. And what I said was, and I stand by this thing. I'm Israel. Jew in Israel because the Palestinians want to kill all the Jews there from the river to the sea. That's what they mean. And if you say, and what you've got to be on the side of fighting the war. I don't even know if I'm even capable of explaining this. Can we talk about this seriously? I find Jews is that there's no such thing as a left-wing Jew in Israel, or as much as there used to be. The whole country used to be a communist country. It was a very left-wing country, controlled, and that's why Netanyahu got such a big problem there, because he was maybe one of the first right-wing prime ministers, or whatever they have there. No, it isn't. The stream's messed up. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying yeah, I'm against PC frozen and audio has gone down. Oh shit. I see this here. Okay. Can you hear me? Is there audio? I've got to get a new dongle. What do I do? Do I restart it? I'm going to have to restart it. Lewis, you've paused. Should I restart the whole thing? I'm going to have to restart it. Well, what else can I do? I'm going to have to restart it. Can you hear me? Can you people who are listening to this hear me? Oh, okay, let me just say, wait a second, hold on. There we go. Can you hear me now? I'm speaking to Kermit. Okay, it works now. There we go. Okay. Okay, so Kate Gwynn says, I watched it again quite recently, and it's good. I've read it, the theory, and nobody will ever solve it. That's why it's so fascinating. The book on the women he killed was good. Who are we talking about exactly? I've lost the entire stream. Yeah. It's not a mobile. No, it's not mobile. It's connected. It's connected to my Wi-Fi. Right tonight. I am against them building that Holocaust memorial. I'm against it. The screen froze. What happened is, I should take a picture of this. Yeah. I don't know that you can see the wires here, But this is the dongle. Can you see the dongle here? And the dongle has the camera, and it has the microphone, and it has the microphone. And so if I mess with it, which I got the wires, I should be more conscientious about everything coming out here, but I'm not. I'm against it. I wrote a letter to who did I write a letter to? I wrote in support against the Holocaust Museum. You know. Sorry, John Van Dam. Sorry, I've got a food problem. I've got a food problem. Kate, my great mother lived when it was all going on. She was in her 20s. Who are we talking about? I've lost the thread of what you guys are talking about, Marianne. Yeah, it's like it's a mess. It's not as messy as you think it might be, but it's somewhat messy. I think it's somewhat messy. I think it's somewhat messy. You mean a USB junction box? Yes, it's not a dongle. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry, I used the wrong term. It's a USB, and now it's falling out. It's going to block again. Careful, I'm lifting it up again. I'm lifting it up. I got too many wires here. It's just horrible. Anyway, Lewis is having to defend the Jewish people, as usual, from low IQ chatters. Well, that's the essence there. Even smart people can attack the Jews, but it doesn't. You won't be remembered as being smart. And that's what I'm saying, North. That's why I feel okay about it, because it's like I'm 68 years old. Okay. If you want to make a conspiracy that the Jews are all in it, destroying the world, doing this, doing that, I don't believe it. Individual Jews are brilliant, and individual Jews are evil. Lewis, this is a new Mary. No. Is it a new Mary? Where is this Mary from? Where are you from, Mary? Jack the Ripper. Yeah, Jack the Ripper. Where are you from, Mary? The new Mary. Put it this way: when I was told 2 Russians were coming round to kill me, I said yes, please, as long as they F me beforehand, as I haven't had a decent one in years. They hung up. This is another Mary Ann, is that right? My sister is an Emily Ann. In Kent. We're in Kent. I love parts of Kent, but there you go. Well, Claire, I'll put you on my list. I've gotten to be a much better lover than I've been. I think it's great that you take care of the birds, Claire. I only have a few blue tits, but I'm in a non-green area. Ron Smith says steak, 2 eggs, spinach, cheese cauliflower for your meal later. That sounds great, Ron. That sounds great. The redder the meat, the runnier the eggs. That's Lewis Schaffer's plan. Anyway, Marianne, welcome. Well, it's not nice being blamed for the world's problems, is it? No, it's not. It's not. Especially something that I haven't really benefited from. I mean, I have benefited from it because I've moved across the world. I've got, I haven't been successful. Well, yeah. The thing about the world is the world's been against the Jews. 100 whatever countries we've been kicked out of, But also people have said, oh, you're a Jew. You might be good at business. But it's good to see you, Lucy. Lewis the Lover. Yeah. Yeah. Streaky, I'd love to be in that picture with Lewis the Lover. Yeah. Lewis, where is all your Jew privilege? Lewis, where is all your Jew privilege at? I mean, there's the problem with Jew privilege is I think if I don't use it, I think I've wasted it. I feel like I've wasted my life. I think I've wasted my life. Ron Smith prefers hard eggs, don't like to wear them. Well, soft eggs are better. I believe that. And no egg whites. You have to cook the egg whites. I think it's very important to have an easy scapegoat. No pun, an easy scapegoat. Yeah. No pun intended, Vatanai. And the Jews are easy. You don't even know Jews. It's not like, well, the guy who sells me stuff the guy I went to school with, I went to the, it's like we're very small in numbers. People just need to stop the negativity about the Jewish people. It's irrational and nonsense. Yes, and even if it is rational, people come across as being wrong. Anyway, so yeah. So let's be nice to each other. The most important thing in the world is to be nice to me. It's to be nice to me. I'm going through a very bad time in my life. A very bad. Lewis, you have 2 beautiful children. Your life is blessed. Yes. And one of the reasons I was married is because of my Jewish privilege. My wife looked at me and thought, oh, the money's there. That's what she thought. She's some Scottish peasant woman. Not a whatever. I'm making a joke. She was a Scottish woman. And she thought, oh, the Jews have money. This Jew has money. She believed I had lots of money. My other girlfriend, I won't mention her name, not this one, but the other one, she thought I was like a rich American. It's a bit of a privilege. You would circumcise yourself with a rusty blade for a pat on the head by a Zionist. I don't know. Is it the most important? It is the most important thing at this exact moment. Now it's not. Blazing Star is here. So what did Keith say there? What do you mean by that? It's mixed up with my white privilege. Okay. People just need to stop being, okay? I've lost the thread already. I apologize. Let's have a group hug. I'd like to give you a hug, Kate. I'd like to give. I mean, when we started this stream, I thought to myself, I am going to get laid. That's what I thought. I thought I was going to, and it hasn't happened the way I wanted it to happen. It hasn't happened the way I wanted it to happen. Basically. Anyway, Claire without an eye says hello to Blazing Star. Keith Bexley. Yeah. And I have 2 beautiful children. Yeah, I'm really. Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. My son broke his elbow, and that was the first break that he had. He doesn't want me to come to the hospital. He doesn't want to tell his mother about it. Lou, I'm going to have to tell his mother if he's not going to tell his mother. Lewis, we need your grammar correction, especially after the carb letdown. I think people have been writing very, very well today. I would correct it. Yeah, I'd give you a big hug, Streaky Bake. I would give you a big hug. The truth is, that's the truth. Anyway, so we have had has this been a good show? I think it's been a good show. I think we're winding down this show. I'm going to thank everybody. My aunt married a Jew in the 1930s. He owned a pie and eel shop. Menzies. He owned pie and eel shop Menzies, Woolwich Market. Don't they have a few Menzies? There's one in Peckham over here. Is that like a chain, Menzies, or is it owned by one guy? Lewis. If he's an adult, then let him get on with it. Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, let him get on with it. He wants to be more independent. He's the second child. Claire, that's probably true. That's probably true. Just let him get on with it. No, let's not hug. Let's not hug. It spreads germs. Andrew, please. I don't believe in that. Yeah, people are writing better. Maybe Lewis Schaffer, but it's still quite good. I had a great workmate years ago who was a Jew, and he wised me up on a few things. Yeah, but also Jews do bad things. Very, very bad things. And Jews do very, very bad things. Can I hug Andrew? You can hug Andrew, Lilith. Lewis's son broke his Spanish fiddler. Elbow. Okay, that's a good joke. Not a great joke. It's a good joke. But Mary is not Mary Ann. He's dead. He sold the chain years ago. Did he buy the chain? Yeah. Thanks, Lewis. Great show. Thank you, everybody. Let me thank everybody. Everybody, can you put down the number of people who've watched the stream? Who've watched the stream? And tonight was a success because when the screen froze, I went in and I pressed a button that said on the video capture to activate it again. Where is the John Barleycorn? So North said, I don't know what the number is, so I'm going to find out. But while you're all writing it down, I'm going to thank everybody here. We have 30 people, at least. So then there's no number above 30. Dave Toby, thank you. Girl from Mars, I didn't even see you there. MJ Tigerfang, 28, I didn't see you there. Army of M, I didn't see you there. Hi-Ho Kermit is 26. I thought you'd be higher up there. Alex is 25. Beautiful, beautiful Lucy Van Pelt. Thank you, Lucy Van Pelt. 23, John Van Dam. Blazing Stars, 22. 21 is I See You. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful I See You. Keith Bexley is 20. Nonstick Nick is 19. North is 18. Alan Williams is 17. Keith More Than Conquers is 16. Scott Elite Elixir is 15. Lilith, beautiful, beautiful Lilith is 14. You Janice is 13. Ron Smith is 12. 11 is Vantanai. Mary from Kent, not Mary Ann, but it's a different Mary Ann than the Mary Ann from Peekskill, is 10. 9 is Selaire. 8 is Ludd. 7 is Maltese Phil. Kate Quinn is 6. Thank you. Streaky, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Kate Quinn. She's going to give me a hug. Streaky Bacon is 5. Andrew. Ruben is 4. And there's beautiful, beautiful Claire. Beautiful. Right next to beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joe Warrior Princess at 2. So 3 and 2 with a beautiful 4. And number 1 is Claire. So I don't think she's here. And Vantanai, did I not say Vantanai? So who is the winner? Let's see who the winner is. The winner is. The winner is. Yeah, I turned it on and I turned it off. It's very complicated, Andrew. I know I'm a Jew and I'm supposed to know all this stuff because I'm better than you people. Because I'm a Jew. I'm incredible. I'm a multi-billion, and we have 59 million subscribers. Can you all subscribe? Can you all throw the stream a bone? Because I'm a Jew and I need the money. Please, I need the money. It's a good class size. Who's the teacher? Okay. So what is the number? What is the number? The number is the number 40 or is it 39? I have to go check. here. I'm going to tell you why I check here. Because I like to see what happened. Did it drop? We had a contentious discussion. We were talking about children. Children, don't forget to like and subscribe. Very important. Don't forget to, if you want to make a large contribution, you could go to Patreon or you can go to PayPal or, a one-off thing this month. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you very much. A one-off thing. You can go to Ko-fi.com. There it is. It's listed up there. Go to Ko-fi. And it's Friday, the Sabbath. And the winner is, let me just see what this is. The winner is, we hit 40 after a half hour, and then it basically stayed above 35 to the end of the stream. So a round of applause for you people. Vatanai is the winner. He is the winner. Claire is the winner, the most participant, and Vatanai is the winner in the person who guessed correctly. I will see you tonight at 10:30. I had a question about jutes, but maybe YouTube didn't like it. Yeah, about the jutes. There you go. So we'll see you later. Thank you, Kermit, for your help in this. Kermit's been amazing. You have been amazing, Kermit. You've been amazing. There's going to be war this weekend. Yes, we're headed towards bad times. It's not going to be easy. Lewis, abiento, says Joe. Love you, Joe. Lots of love to you all. There you go. Well done, Claire and Vatanai. Did Claire also say 40 too? So that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Claire without an eye. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So there we go. So thank you, everybody here. I will see you. When will I see you? I'll see you tonight at 10:30. I'm going to keep the stream on for a few minutes, but I'll see you all tonight at 10:30. Okay? But thank you for this discussion. Thank you for this discussion. Shabbat shalom to everybody. Everybody, let's all go. Best show ever. This has been a good show. It's been a good show. See you later, folks, says North. Okay. So we'll see you later. Tonight. I love you.